The account status is locked. Your renewable payment failed.
Dejanay Harris reads some of the Robotext messages bombarding her phone.
I was like, oh my gosh, I missed the package.
She'll often interrupt her work as a personal stylist to suss out, is the text from a client or is it from a con artist?
They have been a nightmare, to say it kindly.
A growing national nightmare. Complaints to the FCC about unwanted text messages eclipsed 15,000 last year, according to our data analysis. These are just some of the phone numbers people across America have complained about. One thing you notice, there are tens of thousands of different numbers blowing up phones with unwanted text messages. The one flagged most widely nationwide isn't a real number at all. It shows up on caller ID as a bunch of zeros. Many of the other phone numbers have inactive area codes.
If somebody is hiding their identity or posing as somebody else, then right from the start, you know that there's trouble.
We found the most frequent complaints relate to political robotexts, along with messages about prizes won, mortgage and payday loans, prescription drugs, and health insurance. While some robotexts are legitimate, many are schemes to get your personal information or your money.
Some of them are, really kind of scary and legitimate looking.
It's SMS phishing, known as smishing. Some may be from a real person, like wrong number spam texts. I get them all the time. So while we've been working on the story, I actually got a text from a number I don't recognize. It just says, hi. I write, who is this? The person replies, this is Annie. Maybe I saved the wrong number. But texts like these don't end there. Annie just keeps texting me, asking, what is your name? Telling me encounter is fate.
Basically, the bad guys will try anything to get you to respond. Because guess what? Scammers can't scam if they don't engage with you.
Last year, FCC Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel proposed requiring wireless providers block illegal robotexts. A similar rule has helped to reduce annoying robocalls. But the three other FCC commissioners have not yet publicly agreed to adopt a plan of attack for robotexts. When we asked about that, two of the three commissioners declined to answer why not. And Commissioner Brennan Carr's office tells us he is happy to be working with Chairwoman Rosenworcel on her proposals for ending the scourge of illegal texts and calls. For now, you can take your own steps to fight junk texts. First, don't respond like I did. Also, block the phone number and forward the text to 7726. That spells out spam and will alert your cell phone provider.
It's definitely another job. Another thing to add to my to-do list, to decipher through text messages.
Trying to avoid what could be a scheme.
There is nothing more annoying. Patrick joins us now from Washington. So, Patrick, there are a lot of complaints here. So, do we know why the FCC isn't taking action against these robotexts? I even get them sometimes from my own number.
It is the worst, isn't it? And the FCC really isn't saying why they are taking so long with this, but they are saying that they are working on it and that they want to get it right. If you think about it, the FCC has to make sure that the technology actually exists if they make a rule for these cell phone providers to actually filter out those unwanted texts and to make sure that you still get all the texts you want. Because let's face it, there are a lot of robotexts that we do want to receive. We do want to know when a package has arrived at our porch. We do want to get a robotext from our kids' school, let's say, or a reverse 911. So they're trying to thread a needle, and it is taking some time.
Yeah, and so with that, if you do get a text that you're not 100% sure, how can you determine if it is one of those important ones like you mentioned?
Or Annie texted you.
Right. Right. Well, that's a giveaway. If someone is texting you and you don't know who they are, as tempting as it might be to respond to that or to maybe play with them a little bit, you don't want to respond to that. So that's the first thing. If you haven't received a text from a place before, be suspicious. But if it's about an account, let's say it's from a bank and maybe you bank with them, but you think, I don't think that I opened that account or whatever, best thing to do there, according to the FCC, is to actually log into your account and see if you have a message. But all that stuff takes time, and it is really annoying. But for the time being, we just have to sort of wait it out until the FCC comes up with some rules for relief.
Yeah, my sister, she actually got a robotext from PayPal, I think it was, and it was a charge on her account. I was like, when was the last time you were on PayPal? Like, go on the actual website, go into your account.
Double check that.
Yeah, so that makes sense. But what are the rules for who can send a robotext?
Basically, if you get a robotext, it has to be because somewhere along the line you signed up to receive them. Now, it might be in fine print, but those robotexts are illegal if you don't actually sign up for them. The key thing is to really keep an eye on the text that you get. If you see a link at any point on any of those texts, make sure that you don't click on it unless you absolutely know that it's real. But it's tough, right? Because with a robocall, someone's on the phone, you can sort of hear them out a little bit. You can hear if there's that pause before they start speaking. But with the text, it can be just 10 words, and you have to try to figure out with just those 10 words whether it's legit or not.
Oh, very frustrating. Hopefully.
I block them right away. I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Not that important. All right, Patrick Terpstra, national investigative reporter, appreciate your time. Really a story that people really care about.